Alright, we're back here at precisealgorithmtrading.com. It's Friday, July 26, 2024, and let's dive in here and talk about the markets. We start with our automated trading and kind of do a weekly wrap up here, so I'll cover the automated tonight. It's been the Dow futures have been pretty sideways here. Uh, just to state the obvious, that's okay. We're in a lull, and I'd rather go sideways than too far down. And you can see we've had some back and forth here. Today's trade was there's just one of them. No, we didn't even have one today. So no trades fired on that system today. All right, the Russell also a little sideways after we've had a pop here. And yeah, that one only had two trades today, and they were both little stop outs. A lot of stop outs here lately, but that's okay because we just want to be waiting around for these big ones. And then this is the Nasdaq, which is really also sideways. Not very long ago, we put in that new equity peak, and in the last day or so here, actually a couple days, looks like there were a lot of trades today. A lot of stop outs, more stop outs than winning trades there. And then yesterday we had a lot of stop outs as well, and we had one nice trade in the middle of the day. So actually, not in the middle of the day, in the morning. So yeah. And what else do we got? So that's that for all the automated trading. The market itself today, we've been experiencing this big pullback here lately, and then today the Dow really popped, and it's not the only one. So today the Dow was up 1.64% or 654 points. The S&P was up 1.11% or 59.88 points. The Russell was up 37 points or 1.67%. The Nasdaq was up 176 points or 1.03%. The futures are pretty much on par with that, it looks like. So let's look at the S&P by itself. It is a bounce here. You'll notice down here, by the way, that I've developed a different, as opposed to the True Momo indicator that we've been using. This is still a study of momentum, but it's got a little bit more to it. It's got some better trading signals to it, I believe, and they do fall in line nicely with our daily chart. So I'm going to continue to really hone that and get these signals tightened a little bit on how they're programmed. The little arrow there you can see for that bounce, and these arrows, I don't want to have them be so back and forth, but it's fine. I mean, there's going to be I'm going to have rules around this that actually work really well with the daily chart. So, and it actually works pretty all right with our momentum indicator down here as well. But there's some things about this dual RSI indicator that really help. Well, they help me. So, and that's really all that matters here. So, help me trade, I should say. Um, so that's the S&P 500. Yeah, it went up today. The 50 and the 100 are aligned properly. We are really bouncing at the top of the cloud, and um, we're still really in a pullback area. Well, let's look at the Dow because it's the one that popped nicely, and we're not really in a pullback area anymore. And you can see it actually turned right around, and our this EMA right here that's yellow never Yes, it did. It turned gray for a day, and the candle went red. Um, but it's literally, I I believe we're in the DIA. I've got my stop 2 pivots back, and that was totally fine. And I had an alert in so in case it went below, just so I could see it. I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet, but market structure wise, that was a breakout of this old area, and this old resistance area should have become support, and now it kind of has. So yeah, that. Um, so that was the S&P and the Dow. The Russell never. I mean, it's been pretty bullish. So let's keep a look on this. Please hold. Um, yeah, the Russell's really just in this zone up here. Man, this is a big breakout candle there for the month. And that was squeeze. I left the squeeze on this indicator just so I could still monitor it because I think it's worth it. And now we got a squeeze firing long on the monthly time frame, and we've still got the end of the month is next week. So this candle will finish next week. What else? That was the Russell. The NASDAQ. It really is buried here, and it's got more work to do to come back out of that. But it is the strongest of all the indexes, so it's a matter of how long is it going to stay buried here, because it's still a breakout area if you see that, and we've pulled back to it. An old resistance, which was what that was, really should become new support here, even though that's a brutal move back down. All right. Yeah, let's go back to the Russell because I wanted to put in the IWM and take a look at something here. Yeah, our target is still in place. I'm still monitoring to see if we hit that thing, and my money is still on saying we're going to. So, all right, IYT. I was looking for a bounce. I got in early, and that's going to be a wild one. So I'm going to watch it and keep it tight. But I'm 2 pivots back, so for a stop. Totally inside of my risk tolerance, and honestly, I might buy more of this. So I need to keep an eye on that. All right, so that's IYT. Oil, what's oil doing? I'm looking for a bounce in oil, and we'll see what happens. I'm not in it yet. I was in it, and then I got out because I got stopped out. And gold, GLD. Gold and is kind of going with oil right now. Um, it looks like it's wanting to go higher, but we're also these wicks back here on this monthly chart. This thing pulling back into like even down into this zone might make a ton of sense. It's gone too far with all of that, and it's just unwinding a bit to catch its breath, and that's normal for markets. Gold, TLT. Yeah, I bought into TLT today. I was going to do a half position, but I really had all the right signals in the right directions, except for the monthly. And getting in early, if the monthly goes really, if we get a move up into this zone next week, which could happen, that'll be a new monthly buy signal. And all I'm doing is jumping in early, and I'm going to set my stop back here for what it's worth. Alright. Yeah, what else we got? Bitcoin. Bitcoin still looks like it's got some work to do to get back to a longer term bullish condition. Coinbase has earnings coming up, so I'm going to stay out of the way. And Nvidia. Nvidia is got earnings coming up 8/28, so a month away, and right now it's looking short-term bearish. So, all right. Last but not least, no, wait. So we've come back in on the VIX. It's kind of an important thing. And we came back in the other day, but then we came right back out of it. Most of the time, I won't say all the time. Yeah. I mean, that was a heck of a move where we got out of the upper Bollinger Bands back in, out of it, and then back in, and then it's waffled around for probably what looks like 2 weeks, and then spiked again before we got this big push back down. Now the question is going to be, like back here we only had 2 spikes up. Now we've had 2 spikes here, and we'll have to see how it goes. Nothing really to do about it anyway. And then here we go, last but not least, the bullish percent indexes. Industrials up 5.26%. NYA up 2.37%. The transports didn't move. The NASDAQ up 0.09%, so it didn't really move. The SPX up 0.31%, so not a whole lot there. The S&P 100 up 1.56%, and the NASDAQ 100 actually went down 7.32% and tacked on a new O. So the NASDAQ actually is showing its weakness with things like Nvidia, Google, Amazon. It's at all that stuff unwinding right now, and my opinion as a I mean, thinking counterintuitive, really, it's so that they can all have spectacular earnings and bounce back. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe they all won't, but I'm guessing, you know, the strong ones will, like Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, and Google. So until next time, take care, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.